Okay then, I guess we're ready to do this. Hello and welcome to my New Japan Pro Wrestling, the New Beginning in Osaka review. Lot of noteworthy things going on in the show tonight or early in the morning. However you watch this show, I am reviewing the show the next day. Did I watch this live last night? Yeah, because I had really nothing else going on Sunday, so I might as well stick out around through this whole New Beginning in Osaka, because man, there was some good stuff going on. A couple of newsworthy information going on too in regards to New Japan, no, but a lot of big title matches on the line tonight as they've been building to the New Beginning in Osaka. Especially in Osaka Joe Hall, usually where Dominion is every year in June. In a way, I wanted to call this show Dominion 1.0. It looked like a full house there. I'm not really sure. It probably is kind of like how they sell out Dominion. It's not Dominion, but I call it Dominion 1.0 for some reason. But there was a lot going on in this show tonight. Now, of course, you're going to get through your tag team matches and whatnot, but we will get into the good stuff soon enough, where mostly everything is noteworthy, though, to talk about. But we do kick it off with, I guess, retirement match, or not retirement all the way, but on his way to retirement sooner this month, for Manabu Nakanishi. Basically, it was a tag match between him, because, this is final time in Osaka. Yeah, final time in Osaka Joe Hall or whatnot. I'm trying to see who he teamed with here. I had the information up. But, it was him. Was it Hanare, I think, or GBH? No, it was him, Tenzan, Kojima, and Yuji Nagata versus Ryusuke Taguchi, Toa Hanare, Tomoaki Hama, and Togi Makabe. Not much to say from this. Ended up with Kojima getting the win with the lariat. Pretty much after Nakanishi took the microphone, pretty much that, hoping fans would join support him in his final four matches, because I think he's going to retire in the Korakuen Hall. And, New Japan will go on, to greater heights without him and that. But, pretty much he posed, took a bow for the ring, and left. So a good speech from Nakanishi. Next, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles on the line. Suzuki-gun, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and El Desperado versus Sho and Yo of Roppongi 3K. Rocky was out there with him. A good tag match, I will say. Did I really see... I didn't really see them losing. Roppongi 3K basically got in and attacked Suzuki-gun as they came out, because I think they tried to injure them during this time, and a lot of focus was on Sho's knee, I think. And as they were trying to get big control of it, Roppongi 3K was able to come back. Basically, throughout this match, I think it was where they got to the whiskey thing with Kanemaru. He tried to miss them, but it did not work. They pretty much stopped Desperado, and Yo pretty much took out, I think he hit a German suplex on Kanemaru before he could hit the mist and whatnot. Did not work. Sho ended up pretty much hitting the shock arrow on him, but he still kicked out. They did the strong X, I guess like a shock arrow, and then like a double stomp from the top to still retain the IWGP Junior Tag Belt. So this is Sho and Yo's first defense as champions, though, since winning them at Wrestle Kingdom. So I'm not really surprised that they, still retain and whatnot. Pretty much right after then, as they celebrated with Rocky, Ryusuke Taguchi came out, Funky Weapon, pretty much talking about how, Rocky, you're more than a manager. You're a wrestler, a great wrestler and everything. And that we should challenge for the titles next. Pretty much showing Yo's telling him not to. Taguchi had a basketball, by the way, and he put a headband on Rocky because they're the mega coaches and everything, that we're a great team. He gave Rocky the ball. He took the shot, scored the three-pointer. Looked like, Taguchi, remember, held his arms out there like a basketball hoop. So I guess they will be the next challengers to go against Sho and Yo for the tag team title. So Rocky and Taguchi are going to be a tag team next. They are a team, but they're going to be next in line for the tag team titles, though. Next, I guess fresh off the New Beginning in the U.S. tour, Kota Ibushi, Tanahashi, or that's what I'm saying right now, the Golden Aces, Juice Robinson and David Finlay versus Bullet Club, G.O.D., Yujiro, Takashi Peters out there, and Chase Owens. Not a bad tag match. Pretty much an 8-man and everything. It ended up with Tana. He got hit by Jado with the kendo stick, but pretty much right after, Tana Loa tried to hit ape shit on Tanahashi, but Tana rolled up for a win. So they got the win from there, and I guess they still want the tag team titles next. Tanahashi and Ibushi were supposed to face. We're supposed to face GLD, but no, they were supposed to face Finley and Juice for the tag team titles in America, but they said Ibushi got sick. I think it was a bad stomach virus, they said on commentary or whatnot, so Ibushi couldn't make it to the U.S. tour. Now, GLD are the tag team champions again, which I feel like David and Finley and Juice's run was basically a waste, because, they said this like last week during commentary, and I went up to look up the match. I'm like, well, that really wasn't much of a reign. I was actually surprised that GOD got the belts back already, and they didn't wait for a later date. But it looks like Tana and Ibushi are going to be the next ones going for the titles, but Finley and Juice still want their rematch for the tag titles. So could it be a triple threat tag team? I don't know. I just probably know that Tana and Ibushi are the number one contenders for the tag belts. Now, it's crazy with Ibushi, though. I think I said this before. They kind of, I don't want to say they put him back down the totem pole all the way, but I feel like after Wrestle Kingdom, it's like he's kind of going back a little bit downwards right now, when you look at it, since he's kind of in the tag team right now with Tana and not going for the world title or the Intercontinental title like when he won the G1 and everything, Wrestle Kingdom and whatnot. Someone told me this before with Ibushi. It's almost like, hey, thanks for not going to AEW. We let you have the G1 and technically main event Wrestle Kingdom and whatnot. So I think some people look at it like, kind of look at it as that in a way. That's why he didn't win the belts. He still won the G1, but my neighbor says like, hey, thanks for not going to AEW. When you think about it, they also announced there's actually some news here. The G1 Climax dates, I believe it starts off in Osaka in September and ends at the Budokan in October, because, the G1 will be in the fall this year due to the Tokyo Olympics. But they also announced the Wrestle Dynasty, which is going to be on August 22nd, back in Madison Square Garden. So New Japan will be returning to the Garden during SummerSlam weekend also, because I believe SummerSlam is the next night. I don't think it's in New York. It's somewhere else this year. They stopped going to Brooklyn. But I don't know if a TakeOver in New Japan will be competing that night, because there'll probably be a TakeOver on that Saturday. So it's going to be New Japan versus NXT. Who's going to do better there? I don't know. But yes, New Japan will be coming back to Madison Square Garden. They also announced they're going to be returning to TV with World Pro Wrestling in Japan. I don't know the TV channel. I think it's on TV Ashi. Allegedly, that's a big deal because it's on prime time. I don't know how TV works over there in Japan, but this is a big deal for them. But I will say this, with New Japan going back to Madison Square Garden, can they do it on their own this time and sell out? Because you have to remember, when it was the G1 Supercard, A, it was during WrestleMania weekend. B, Ring of Honor was involved too, and I've said this before about when they sold out the Garden between New Japan and Ring of Honor. I think it was because you still had Kenny and them technically part of the roster. I do believe New Japan does have enough clout to try to sell out the Garden, but if you remember the last time they came to America and did a big arena was back at the beginning of the G1, back in July at Dallas, Texas at the American Airlines Center, and that wasn't a full house, okay? Because there was still a lot of fans there. I mean, they had their core fan base, but they did not sell out that entire building back in Dallas, Texas months ago. I remember it being on Access TV. It's like it was still a big crowd, but you saw a lot of empty seats up very higher in the crowd or whatnot. But them trying to sell out the Garden again, I don't know. And we don't know if Ring of Honor is involved again. We don't know about that. I know some people still saying, well, is AEW going to work with them? Obviously, AEW is not working with them. Now, we know Jericho and John Moxley. We're going to get to him later on, too. We've seen him on New Japan, and, Moxley's on this show tonight also. But, will there be AEW involvement in there? I don't know. Right now, I don't really see no partnership coming soon with, both of those companies. I know a lot of people want to. I know Jericho said he wanted to, but I believe some is still bad blood. If you've seen Kenny's, well, I think I go look at his comments of what he said about New Japan, and I think the Buck said something about Ring of Honor, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it was on Being the Elite or whatnot. I may need to go back and look it up. I remember reading something about that. So they are returning back to the Garden. I knew New Japan said they were gonna do this, but like I said, it's a difference now because A, it's not during WrestleMania weekend. And B, this is like on SummerSlam weekend, but SummerSlam is in a whole different city this year. They're not going back to New York. So we'll see if New Japan can sell out the Garden. They got a lot of time till August and whatnot. But let's see if they can, though. Because, hey, they did it before, but like I said before, Ring of Honor was there with you and whatnot. And even though New Japan was the one that, honestly, that was New Japan that did way better on that show anyways when they were back at in April and everything. That was basically New Japan were like the best things, part of that whole G1 Supercard. They were the show. Ring of Honor was like, thanks for coming. So let's see what happens if they can sell out the Garden. No, so that is a big newsworthy thing to talk about since they are coming back to America. But all I can say is we'll see what happens. So we got a lot of time till August or whatnot. But, you know, it's probably going to, then it's before the G1 anyways, I believe. So let's see what happens during that time span. But next, though, other than the big announcements from New Japan, tag team match, Okada, Will Ospreay versus Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi. A good match, especially setting up both of these guys' feuds right now that is still going. Pretty much ended up with Ospreay hit the Os Cutter on Taichi and then pretty much jumping out in the ring doing the Sasuke special on Zack Sabre Jr. Okada came back in with the Rainmaker on Taichi for the win. Basically, like I said, a really good tag match and everything, but of course next week, Ospreay and Zack Sabre Jr.'s feud is still going, was on February the 14th. The Rev Pro British title will be on the line, so that is still building into that for next Friday. And of course, you still got Okada and Taichi continuing their rivalry right now. I don't know when the next, I guess it's still going. It's not going to end after what happened, about over a week ago in Sapporo. So I don't know how far their feud is going to keep going, but obviously it's still going to be Okada going against Taichi. So all four of these guys' feuds still being set up and everything, and a title match next week for Rev Pro. But now we get to the singles matches now. Not a title match, but we have Sonata versus Jay White. A good match, I will say that. Sonata, probably the only person in LIJ right now without a championship. I probably figured Jay White was going to win this. Of course, Geto was going to get involved several times, trying to come in with a chair. I will say Sonata nearly hurt himself doing that moonsault, almost could have landed on his face when Jay White moved out of the way, but he didn't land it. He still missed the moonsault, but it almost looked like he landed on his head at one point. Even when Sonata did that, not the moonsault, but it's that, I think you're trying to dodge the sleeper suplex, trying to go for skull in, and it's like he kind of jumped off the ropes and almost like he landed on his head again. Of course, Gato's going to get involved. He got on the ropes at one point until, Sonata put him on the top ropes and then kicked him, pretty much hit him in the nuts. He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And whatnot. But, Jay White pulling the referee several times. Sonata trying to come back with some elbows, but Jay White got him with two sleeper suplexes. Then he got him with a Bloody Sunday, it looked like, DET 2 times, and then he hit him with the Blade Runner for the win. So obviously Jay White may be going back for some title soon enough in the future, but I figured he was gonna beat Sonata just because, honestly. I just knew he was gonna beat Sonata. That's I don't know why. I just did. So Jay White getting the win over him. So obviously he may be next in line for a title. I don't know what they got Sonata going for right now, because he looks like he's kind of in the middle. Like I said, for all the other LIJ members hold some type of gold right now or have double titles, Sonata's the only one without a belt right now. So everyone's got gold and he doesn't. But next, probably one of the best matches of the night in my book, IWGP. On the line. Yes, I said that right. IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line. Hiromu Takahashi versus Dragon Lee, the current Ring of Honor television champion. I keep forgetting that. It's so funny. I know they're technically part of the same faction now that I think about it. I know LIJ and whatever they're calling themselves in Ring of Honor right now, the Ingobernable faction, I believe. Isn't that technically the same thing? It's still Los Ingobernables at the end of the day. So it's just funny because now all these guys technically on the same team. I know they're rivals, and it's been 582 days since they faced, since the show in New York, not New York, the San Francisco one when Hiromu broke his neck and everything, and now they are finally facing again. One thing I thought was kind of funny though, if you go back and look at the press conference from the day before, I do like that they kind of Hiromu could actually sing. If you look at the subtitles, he's talking about, "I am doing this matches with Dragon Lee. I'm gonna fight today against Dragon Lee. You may not know this, cause can't you see? I'm gonna fight Dragon Lee." But yeah, it is a funny song. Dragon Lee, I feel like a butterfly and I sting like a bee. I could knock you out like Muhammad Ali, but this song is about Dragon Lee. It's a catchy song, though. But this match, though, was obviously insane between both of these two. Number one, you get the slap fest, of course, after 2 German suplexes. You want to talk about someone's chest maybe looking like hamburger meat after this match? Yeah, this is basically what this looks like after almost 5 minutes, because it was just like slap, slap, chop, 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 slap, slap, which the crowd was going nuts for, but these guys were just hitting each other with so many chops. It's like they hit one other move, but then it's like chop, slap back to the chest. And like I said, both of these guys' chests looked bright red at one point. But until they kind of got to the apron and everything, Dragon Lee hitting a head scissors on Hiromu to the outside. He even put him on the barricade of the announce tables, pretty much just a freaking suicide dive on him, which literally looked insane. He looked like a freaking missile, damn near killing Takahashi out there. But had him over the barricade and pretty much threw him back in before the 20 count and whatnot. Hiromu came back, got a sunset bomb on him from the apron and whatnot to the ground. I didn't think he was going to get that, but he was able to get him, and he got him back in for a 2 count, but still a kick out. Pretty much in there at the corner then. Hiromu tried to go for the time bomb, but pretty much Dragon Lee got out of it, and he tried to put him in like a triangle, like a submission and whatnot to get him in. Dragon Lee coming back, doing the whole Tree of Woe thing, doing a double stomp, which he had missed it at first, but he went back for him again on the top rope, jumping to the outside, doing a double stomp, which looked pretty insane then. Dragon Lee was able to get him back in there to stop the 10 count. Next thing you know, both of these guys hitting either super kicks, of course, several times that looked insane or whatnot. He went for the time bomb again, or wasn't time bomb, but Hiromu got to the top rope, does that giant bomb, whatever dive he does, like almost like a giant senton, falling on Dragon Lee to the ground, which looked even insane. Both guys got back in for the 20. Next thing you know, both of them just German suplex, German suplex, German suplex, super kick, German suplex, German suplex, German suplex, just several freaking times until Dragon Lee got him with a buckle bomb, but Hiromu was able to pretty much jump, throw him over with the belly-to-belly overhead, knocking him into the corner then. Both guys got up. Dragon Lee did that, what's it called? I think it's like Trent Beretta's move, the Dude Buster or whatever it's called, or whatnot, but still did not work. Tried to go for another double stomp then a running knee several times on Hiromu. Dragon Lee pretty much got up. Hiromu was going for a power bomb, but he got Canadian Destroyed then. Oh, these Canadian Destroyed. Well, I can't say it was a lot of Canadian Destroyers on this show, but he got him with the Canadian Destroyer. Did another sunset drive, pretty much for another 2. Then Dragon Lee came back with another running knee. Hiromu then pretty much got him with a knee to head. And then with another Canadian Destroyer that looked insane. He did a time bomb, did not work. He did another time bomb. Finally got the win in, still retaining the IWGP junior heavyweight title. So honestly, this was one of my favorite matches of the night. They went almost like 20-something minutes out there. So this match was insane. Hiromu got his belt and walked up the stage. I don't know what he really said, but still the champion basically. So both of these guys were insane. This was a fantastic match to watch. So I loved it. Like, both of these guys just go insane. They go crazy out there. And this felt very stiff in some ways. Just insane moves, especially for a guy that's come back off a neck injury and everything. This guy was going insane. I thought the match, between this and the one he did to Tokyo Dome, Ospreay still looked insane too. But him and Dragon Lee, they put it all out there tonight. So just a crazy, fantastic match. Now we get into the next match. Oh, one of my next favorite matches of the night. IWGP US title on the line. Jon Moxley versus Minoru Suzuki. Holy shit. You want to talk about a fight? You want to talk about a brawl? You want to talk about a scrap? You want to talk about insanity? This is the match to watch, okay? Well, of course, Jon Moxley still has his eye patch, which I know they still gotta, sell the whole AEW thing, which, they don't mention AEW, but like I said before, they mentioned on commentary, well, he got spiked in the eye by Chris Jericho, and he still went to work in the States and everything until he came back this week. But, like I said, Mox with the eye patch still coming through the crowd. Of course, Suzuki doing his entrance, Katse Ninare. When Mox came out, he never got back in the ring, though. He never got in the ring. He pretty much grabbed 2 chairs, went up the ramp, and said, "Come on!" Mox went up the ramp. Suzuki got the chairs. Next thing you know, these guys have like some sword chair battle, then just hitting each other with. Mox hit him with the barricade. Then they pretty much fought at ringside several times. They got in the ring. After that, of course, Mox lost his bandage and the eye patch, which I know they're still trying to sell that, but dude, we could clearly see your whole eye. I know we gotta sell this angle all the way into Revolution, but it's hard to take it seriously when the thing keeps falling off in the post interviews. He's talking without the eye patch too. But both of these guys just start hitting these stiff looking forearms off of each other, and then going back off the ringside. Then Moxon with submission, and pretty much wanted to get back into the ring. They threw each other to the guardrail several times, but Mox and Suzuki saying, "Come on!" Next thing you know, more slaps, more just big stiff forearms. Both of it, especially Suzuki, looks like he could kill you at the time with his forearms. Look deadly. Mox pretty much doing a clothesline in on Suzuki, trying to take him down. He got a table in and whatnot, and Mox took off, I guess, the bandage off his eye, but as the table's right there, he was gonna put Mox through the table. No, he's about to put Suzuki through the table, but Suzuki got a chair and he hit Mox with it, and the next thing you know, he put the chair in his arm, and then he took the other chair, concerto to the freaking arm, then just nearly could have ripped his whole arm off. As they said, his arm may be broken. His arm may be broken out there. So Suzuki pretty much focused on the arm. Then after laughing and just hitting with the chair. And then he put him in like that arm submission hold at one point. But Mox was able to power him and put him through the table. Suzuki still laughing. Then he got up. I don't know if he's no-selling half the time, but gets up, takes the broken table, bashes it in his own. He hits his own head with it. Same with Mox, takes a piece of the table, hits himself in the head with the table. Then, and once they just both laugh, just striking forearms. Mox is like, "I don't give a fuck, break my fucking arm," and just yelling at Suzuki. He said, "Come on, motherfucker!" Just go insane. Suzuki pretty much dodged him, get him in the rear naked choke. I thought he was going to go for the gotch style neutral lock pile driver and everything, but he was still choking him until he finally released him, pinned him, but it still did not work. With a PK after that, covering him again, still did not work. Once again, both guys got back up, brawling. Suzuki was slapping him, but Mox pretty much got him with the Regal knee in after that. He went for the Death Rider. But hold that thought real quick. I'm on the phone. But yes, as I was saying, no, he break his arm. He kicked out, pretty much choking him out and everything. Now I remember. Yeah, he went for the Death Rider, but Suzuki got out of it. Hit him with another forearm, taking him down with a drop kick right after. He went for the gotch style neutralizer. But Mox dodged it again. He hit him with a Death Rider right after, but Suzuki still kicked out. Mox pretty much says we are going to finish this, and he kissed him in the head. Mox pretty much got 2 chairs in the ring, which he gave one to Suzuki. He said, come on. Referee tried to stop him. Pretty much both guys fought over the chair until Mox hit Suzuki in the head with the chair, which I swear he no-sold the whole thing, which looked insane, and started laughing like this guy's crazy and whatnot, smiling and whatnot. Especially just slams him in the head with a chair and just no-sells the whole thing. Went for a Death Rider, but Suzuki dodged it then. He went for the power driver again, but Mox dodged it again, gave him a Death Rider onto the chairs. Referee couldn't get the count. Both guys got back up. Suzuki pretty much fired him with multiple punches and slaps, laughing, and they both guys laughed at each other. Then after that, Mox pretty much went for some lariats, clotheslines, but nothing did not work. He hit him several times with it. He was still wobbling until Mox finally got him with one more. He hit him with one more Death Rider and finally got the win over Suzuki then after that. So this match was insane. This match was crazy. And then what happens right after? Of course, Suzuki's got to slap it around and beat up some young boys at the side, pretty much walking away. But as Mox tried to celebrate, Zack Sabre Jr. came out then and pretty much hit him with the his Rev Pro title, and then pretty much put him in a sleeper hold, then pretty much trying to submit, choking out Jon Moxley. So I guess Zack Sabre Jr. may be the next one for the U.S. title, which, they said, I guess Zack wants both titles, countries, or whatnot, which I know I saw his post interview, and he said, you guys need a new person leading this U.S. title, a new president, which honestly he would make a better president than the president we got right now, but I'm not gonna get in politics right now, okay? But I would vote for Zack Sabre Jr. though. But I guess so in the post interviews, I guess him and Mox have faced each other before. But first of all, the Suzuki and Mox match was an insane, crazy, just out of control brawl. And this was definitely worth the wait. This was definitely worth the match. This was just both guys trying to kill each other. You want to talk about crazy brawl? Just multiple strong, stiff strikes, chair shots, tables, everything. I don't even think this is a no disqualification match. Now, did I kind of think Suzuki was about to win this match in some sort of way? Yes, I did. I kind of thought that, but then I remember he did pin Mox last week in that tag match. So I kind of figured Mox was going to retain. He's already off to his next opponent. It is already going against all the Suzuki Goon members for some reason. Well, I know he went against Juice for the title too, but what was it before? Well, I guess you want to count the G1 also, but he's beat Lance Archer for the title. Now it's Suzuki, and I guess next is Zack Sabre Jr. Hopefully we do see another Mox and Suzuki match in the future, but this was just worth the anticipation, worth the wait. That eye patch thing is just whatever. I guess Mox tried to sell the whole eye patch thing again, like, dude, we can clearly see your eye, all right? But, this may be an unpopular opinion sometime. I know both are great and everything, but, sometimes I keep saying New Japan Moxley is better than AEW Moxley for some reason. They're both great and all, but something about this Mox is way better, okay? And this match right here was way better. This was a title match I was really looking forward to. Don't get me wrong, still sure people are looking forward to the one with Jericho, but this one was a brawl. This was a fight. These were two guys trying to kill each other and put on a fantastic brawl match out there, okay? So this was great, and especially against Suzuki. Jesus, man, you might as well, send someone to your death or whatnot. I don't know, but it's like when you've seen both of these two in the ring, this match, like I said, this match has been anticipated for many months. A lot of people want to see it during the G1. A lot of people want to see it other times. Hey, people want to see it at Wrestle Kingdom, but we got that preview of Wrestle Kingdom, and now we finally got the match. So definitely worth the wait, and I love this match. So this was once again one of my favorite matches of the night. Like I said, man, maybe an unpopular opinion, but New Japan Mox is better than AEW Mox for some reason. But him and Suzuki killed each other out there. But then we got into the main event, though, between KENTA and Tetsuya Naito for both IWGP Intercontinental and IWGP titles. One thing, KENTA comes out with the entire Bullet Club #1, and they all do the Too Sweet thing. And I'm saying, here's the thing, KENTA's got all the Bullet Club members, right? Last time I remember, Naito had his own group. Where's LIJ? Huh? I'm sitting there wondering that. Where are all the LIJ members? Okay, what, Kenta's got like what 10 guys on his squad. I'm saying like, well, Hiromu's there, Sonata's there. I don't know where the Evil and the others, and Bushi I guess was there too, which we kind of saw. But even I was kind of wondering like where is everybody? I'm like, where are the LIJ members? Like, dude, we know you got a whole squad, okay? Why aren't they out there with you? But it ended up with Tama Tonga shoving Red Shoes referee, which they threw out all the Bullet Club then, and a lot of points. This is a very long match, very very long match, because both of these guys kept coming in and out the ropes, trying I guess dodge at one point. Kenta, I think he's a great heel. He does know how to mess with the crowd, which is pretty good. He was focusing on Naito, stomping on him a lot. One thing you saw a lot of DDTs, one from the guardrail, one to the outside of the ring, which he looked like he spiked his entire head onto the ground on Naito. But just like I said, like a lot of the spikes to the ground, spike DDTs. Kenta pulling off the exposed turnbuckle corner, which the ref stopped it, but then he went for the other one and pulled the turnbuckle off of there and then taking it off. But like I said, multiple elbows and everything. Just Kenta taking a lot of focus on this match, even in the psycho knee several times. Naito was coming back, getting him with moves, but later on, Naito, he was coming back. He hit the Gloria. He was going to go for the Destino, but Kenta, he shoved Naito into the referee and then threw him back into the referee. And after that, I knew somebody was coming down, but who comes down? Jay White, which I swear were all the other Bullet Club members. That's what I thought was about to happen, but he was looking for a Blade Runner. But Bushi, which I didn't know he was on the show, who completely is useless now that I look at it, went for a miss, but Jay White got him with the Blade Runner. But then after that, Hiromu came out and pretty much made the save, taking Jay White away. Then as both guys were still in the ring, Kenta threw Naito into the exposed turnbuckle, which he split his whole head open. Just blood came everywhere. Like, I'm like, Jesus, man. I honestly actually thought Naito was about to lose this match. I really did, because he went with the psycho running knee right after that. He was going to go for the GTS, but Naito got him with the Poison Rana. He hit Valentia, and he hit him with one more Destino to retain both of the IWGP Intercontinental and Heavyweight title. But Naito's head got split. Like, I don't know how hard he hit that turnbuckle exposed, but there was like blood everywhere. Just blood all over the place. He was bleeding. Almost like Ric Flair style bleeding almost. Kenta pretty much got out of the ring then. Naito still, had his belts. He told Kenta to go home and everything after that. He pretty much told Kenta, no tranquilo for you. Get out of here as soon as possible. But then he talked about the person he wanted to call out, because I think the 48th anniversary show, or 48th anniversary show is coming up. And I guess there's something every year, which I guess I've seen a little of it, where the heavyweight champion faces the junior heavyweight champion. So we called out Hiromu Takahashi. Hiromu got in the ring then. I guess they said that Naito taught Hiromu wrestling when he was a young lion. Even Hiromu said, like, remember that promise we had, like, the day before I went on excursion. When I came back, I would have a match with you. And now it's going to happen. So the answer is C. Yes, it is going to be a match. Which they had a stare down in. So Naito says, yes, this will be the first time Naito will go against Hiromu Takahashi, and I think it's going to be a great match when that happens. But, of course, Naito told everybody to be tranquilo, buenas noches, Osaka Joe Hall at the beginning, I forgot to say. And, of course, he did the entire LIJ roll call, which we got this time, and not interrupted by anybody since we couldn't get in the Tokyo Dome. We got it here. Confetti fell. Both LIJ members posed with their titles and everything, and they did the fist pump, ending the show after that. So, overall, this was a fun show. Well, this match, though, I will say this match is very long, for almost 30 minutes or whatnot, which it felt slow in the beginning, but got better in time. I will say that. Mostly near the end, because it was a lot of stalling. Even I was wondering how long this match was gonna go. It just felt very, very long, though. It could have went a little bit shorter, but it got better once we got towards the end. Overall, the best matches of the night was the junior heavyweight title and the U.S. title. Both of those matches were great. I still like the main event, but between Mox and Suzuki and Dragon Lee and Hiromu, those matches were just fantastic. Those were just balls off the wall, okay? But I still thought the main event was good. They did announce the Madison Square Garden show they're coming back to also. Madison Square Garden show that's coming back also. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing too. But overall, mostly those two matches were the best matches of the night. The rest of the show was a pretty good one. I don't think it's one of the lower level New Japan shows. I don't know what grade. Like I'm not saying it's like the A show or anything. But I don't know if it's like a B, C show as some people said. But it still ended up being an overall very fun show. Like I said, of course, you got your tag matches building up and other stuff. Sonata and Jay White was alright, but I knew Jay White was gonna win that match in general. So at least we got a few announcements for whoever's challenging who next. Like Zach's going over for the U.S. title, or Rocky and Taguchi are going for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles also. But overall, very fun show. You already know my two favorite matches of the night. So yeah, other than that, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about the New Beginning in Osaka show in general. And like I said, comment, subscribe, and just tell me what you think. But other than that, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.